Welcome back to the Valid Music Studio. This is Lightning 100.
And we're back live here in the Valid Music Studio, joined by Maggie Rose.
Yes.
Welcome back, Maggie.
Good morning. Happy St. Patty's Day.
Yes, happy St. Patrick's Day. And she's glowing, isn't she?
She's quite
thank
glowing.
you.
She's very much glowing. Also, always looking so cool.
You're so sweet. We're
very cool
pregnant,
individuals.
so
100 weeks pregnant.
that's that glow. It's called exhaustion and excitement and anxiety.
Yeah.
You
But
can do it.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Life is good.
Life is good. Yeah. If you want to tune in, I believe we are on Twitch right now. Maybe. We're
that's
setting something
a good
up.
question.
We don't really know.
You're listening to Lightning 100.
Well,
That's all that really
I'll
matters.
describe
right now.
Maggie's outfit. It is fire. She's wearing a UFO sweater that's just like glowing
But yes,
awesomeness.
Sparklies.
We are not alone.
And a really incredible coat that I really want to have myself as well. It's very cool.
well, you can borrow it. This is
Yes.
like a fat guy in a little coat vibes. But I feel like I'm safe from the leprechaun pinching.
Yeah.
There are 2 green beams emanating from the UFO on my sweater.
Yeah.
So the green is covered on
I'm
St.
safe.
Patty's.
We're safe.
Yes. And my sister's birthday is St. Patrick's Day, so this has always been a big holiday in my family. So
And about her, probably.
you got to have
too.
some green in there. I'll have a better outfit when it warms up a little bit, but
Okay.
I wasn't expecting the chill. this
Okay, and
morning.
your sister's name is? We should shout her
Claire.
out. Claire, happy birthday, Claire.
Claire.
I know.
Sis has got to be listening this morning, right?
She is.
Of
She's
course.
in the D.C. area, and we celebrated her in Charleston the other week. So,
So fun.
yeah.
Fantastic. So you are getting close, right? As far as
yes.
baby boy is about ready, huh?
Yes.
Yeah?
I mean, he could be here in 2 weeks or 3, and it's his world, and I'm just living in it. But I had my last trip that I was given the go to fly last week when I joined Wilder Woods on CBS
Oh, fun.
Saturday morning.
Yeah.
And I'll have lots of documentation to show him when he's finally here. Be like, look, there you are on all these different stages.
And
Like,
on this day, yeah, you made your
never
debut
have I
on
had more
network
televised
television.
appearances than when I was visibly pregnant. So babies bring
great
good luck,
glow.
but
So off the road until, well, it's time again, and probably a little bit later this year. Are you planning on maybe taking the rest of the year off, or just kind of taking it as it comes?
no, not taking the rest of the year off. But I mean, it definitely, I've always kind of been a road dog. This year will not be the 100 plus gigs a year, but I'm going to be releasing new music, and I just finished the No One Gets Out Alive chapter. So this is a nice interim time to put out some
She's not
music
stopping.
and play some gigs. We are doing something at the Skirmerhorn over Americana Fest because this album is so orchestral. So I'll
right.
be joining another act that I can't say, but they're sisters with the National Symphony.
That's
and
just enough for everybody to stay tuned for
I
more
got
details
chills.
on that. That's
we have a
fantastic.
Tedeschi Truck show in May. So
Yeah?
about a month after he arrives, if I can do that. It's in Asheville, North Carolina. So it's a makeup show from when that terrible hurricane happened.
Right.
And I'm joining Stapleton for some dates this summer.
The last thing she's doing is taking the rest of the year off, it sounds like.
Well, it's going to be, I'm not going to be like, all right, let's go on a 3-week European tour with the infant, but it's my livelihood. I need to do it for my sanity and
Sure.
the health of my family.
You've
I got to
got
keep.
a bunch of aunts and
performing,
uncles
but-
too, so if there's something nearby,
Yeah.
I'll just hop on.
Auntie
and,
Lisa,
yeah,
gonna be holding the baby, but I won't be doing like Fergie cartwheels on the stage. I'll try to ease back into it, and
okay.
Eventually, just not right away.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So Maggie joining us here in studio, and you guys were actually catching up. Was the Salute the Songbird with Brittany Spencer, was that the last one that you did?
Yes,
That and Lisa, you actually made it out for some of
Yeah.
that, and
It was great. It was healing. It was. I mean, it's so nice because churches they make it like it's like mini Ryman. So you
Yeah.
go in and you get to have that mini Ryman experience.
It is the steeple room it has the stained glass, and
It's
you're
intimate.
down on Broadway, but you don't feel like you're anywhere near
all the
that kind
commotion
of like
and
culture. But it's cool to step out, and then you're getting a lot of foot traffic from people who are out of town, and they come in for this conversation. And Brittany Spencer was an amazing guest. And I've been doing the podcast for several years now, but just got to reformat it in the last year to bring it to this live space and have live music. And, you know, I'm talking to these performers, so they're on when they have that audience in front of them. And the conversations just kind of fly by and always are pleasantly surprising to me, and certainly make me feel better and less alone in this journey in the music industry. But it's a nice way to stay connected and get to selfishly talk to people who make me want to make music.
Right.
Well, it's also encouraging. I mean, that's what was so cool about, I mean, you and I have known each other for a long time, Brittany Spencer as well. And just to hear, like, you know, when the trajectory starts happening, it's like you're just go, 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 go. And then hearing both of your stories and hearing like the ups and the downs of it and recognizing like we're all still human. Not everybody, this road is not perfect. It doesn't just happen tomorrow.
Crooked. You know, there's no
So
straight
crooked.
line. She's had such an exceptionally exciting year.
Yeah.
And I think the whole world would look at her career and say, oh my gosh, you're featured with Beyonce and you had this amazing album release and this Victoria's Secret campaign. Like, you've got it all going for you. And she was really generous with her story, revealing that, like, yeah, there's this appearance, but then behind the scenes, you're dealing with these crazy industry setbacks, or, you know, you just can't get all these components or working together. And I don't want to ever discourage the audience, but it is worth noting how there can be such a discrepancy between the perception that an artist is casting and what they're dealing with behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and now you've got Molly Tuttle.
I know she's so awesome. It's a great punctuation before like a little break.
Yeah.
But you know, she's such a beast of a musician. Her story is so interesting. And I've been wanting to have her for a long time. And it's almost sold out, so there's a few tickets left.
Ooh.
But it's going to be a good show on Wednesday.
You want to get on that. ChiefsOnBroadway.com to get your tickets. Doors open at 6 o'clock. Show begins at 7:30. And I mean, we've been lucky enough to have Molly on the morning show a few times since I've been hosting. I don't think she's been back since they won the Grammy.
Right.
Whoa.
Which is like, it's just like, but to your point, the trajectory, it's just like, oh yeah, she's amazing. And then a couple of years pass and it's like, oh yeah, okay, everybody else is figuring that out now too, you know?
She's so capable, and she's very humble. I mean, she's not out there kind of tooting her own horn. Just her, that's not her vibe. But I've seen her, just her alone, and she's so compelling. And then with her band, it's really cool too. She's classically trained, but she's got like a little irreverent streak too, which is fun. But yeah, I think it takes a minute. That's exactly the whole point of the conversation. Like, these overnight successes that have been toiling away at this for a long time and have always had the stuff, but just always finding that place where you settle. And especially when you're kind of a niche artist, like she is, she's not just bluegrass. She's super contemporary and
Americana, and then to your point, just I think she won an Americana award for Instrumentalist of the Year.
She did
a couple of years ago, right? Year before last, maybe.
I definitely know she was nominated, and I need to go back and make sure that I've got all of those.
That's what we're here for.
Facts.
Now you understand what it's like for us to.
Oh yeah. Well, and I've been interviewed so many times where you walk into the space and you see your Wikipedia page pulled up and you're like, oh no, this is gonna be a rough one. So that's also, I'm trying to give back to the interview gods and make sure that I walk into these as prepared as possible, because that allows the conversation to go wherever it's gonna go.
Well, especially if you have like the knowledge that you already have, it allows you to kind of expand on. I think that's what was so fun about with Brittany is you guys knew each other for a long time.
Right.
So it's like you can talk about these other side stories that it's like, oh yeah, that's not something we actually talk about, but I want to talk about it.
Totally.
And
it's their show, so wherever they want to take it, they can take it. And it was born from the pandemic. We used to do all these interviews on Zoom, but in the live setting, there's no retracting, and we stream it live on volume.com, and eventually the audio format comes out just like a day or two later. But yeah, you want to be prepared. But Melissa Etheridge, when I had her on in previous seasons, within the first 5 minutes, we're talking about her Etheridge Foundation, which is all this research that has gone into plant-based psychoactive treatment. And I was like, well, dang, I didn't know this was going to be on the agenda today.
Let's lean into that.
Yeah, it was awesome. And it was something that she used to cope through all these crazy things that happened in her life and her career. And it's just very exciting. It's that live energy where you're trying to improvise and roll with it. And that goes really hand in hand with what I do in music, but it's just a different way to connect.
Yeah. So again, a few tickets left, as Maggie just mentioned, almost sold out, but grab yours, chiefsonbroadway.com for Salute the Songbird with Maggie and special guest Molly Tuttle. It's happening day after tomorrow, Wednesday night. Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7:30. Should we play some Molly so everybody knows what we're talking about? Let's play one from the latest album. Here's El Dorado on Lightning in the Morning.
Escape from the Golden State with a nugget around my neck. I keep the red lights burning bright from here to hell and back. I've dug for silver and for gold from Boulder up to Haynes. When I hit Coloma, boys, I made my final claim. Across the high Sierras in the spring of 48, and every man with a shovel and pan has stumbled through my gates. Behind these doors, whiskey pours and loving flows like wine. Boast to mother loads, they'll dig or else die trying. El Dorado, woo-hoo. They come from far and wide to quell the fever in their souls. It haunts their brain, they've gone insane for the glimmer of the gold. The devil must have drugged them here down a one-way path. 'Cause when you hit Coloma, boys, you never make it back. There's Redwood Bill, he can drink his fill, so can John the Rover. Bad Luck Dave is in his grave, his gold dust days are over. They fill their pans with blood and sand, call the God upstairs. But in the golden country, boys, the Lord don't hear your prayers. El Dorado, woo-hoo-hoo. On Hangman's Hill, if you run into Reno Maria, when the sky's dark, she can read the stars from Mars to Cassiopeia. She comes around when the sun comes down with fortunes to be told. For a copper penny, she'll tell you plenty, except where to find the gold. Stay away from Snake Oil Jake, a fool you with fountain pen. One look in his eyes, you'll be hypnotized. He's got that sleight of hand, sleek and fat like an old tomcat. They say he has 9 lives. Snake Oil Jake sure met his fate when they shot him down 10 times. Don't slip the claim with the Dogtown gang or the boys from Rough and Ready. Don't thumb your nose at the Sydney Code, 'cause the hammer comes down heavy on every jack who tries to hack his way to fortune fair. He's to find he's last in line to be a millionaire. El Dorado, woo-hoo-hoo. El Dorado, city of gold, city of fools. Heard the news from Siskiyou, the rush is moving on, leaving old Coloma boys and bound for Oregon. Here in town, the tailing piles have all gone to rust. One day you boom, but pretty soon your booming days are bust. So now I sweep the empty streets and boarded up saloon. Seen them fade from golden days to ghost towns left to ruin. Was it worth the blood and dirt to dig our lives away? Life goes quick, so come get rich in California, yeah. you. I've seen it all rise and fall. Now I take my rest. I'm gold rush straight from the Golden State, and I'm the last one left. I live in a mad, mad world. Nothing is quite as it seems. Smoke everywhere I turn. And nobody says what they mean to your face. It's all just fake flowers and sympathy. What you give, what you take, comes around. I won't let you take me down. No, no. You tried burning me to the ground. Don't even make a sound. I don't believe anything that you say. It's such a sad, sad truth. All of the trust here is gone. Now I can see straight through all of your counterfeit charm. Don't you know? It's all just fake flowers and sympathy. Don't you know? What you speak comes around. I won't let you take me down. No, no. You tried burning me to the ground, but don't even make a sound. I don't believe anything that you say. Don't you go speaking my name. I'll never love you the same. You only got yourself to blame. I won't let you take me down. No, no. You tried burning me to the ground. You lie, lie, lie. So keep my name out your mouth. Don't even make a sound. 'Cause I don't believe anything that you say. I don't believe anything that you say. Oh, hey, keep your fake flowers. I don't believe anything that you say. Oh, hey, keep your fake flowers. I don't believe anything that you say.
We believe everything Maggie says,
Yeah.
Oh.
Everything you
Maggie
say.
Rose joining us here in the Valid Music Studio on Lightning in the Morning. Of course, that her song, Fake Flowers. We heard Molly Tuttle just before that with El Dorado, and we're going to see Maggie and Molly this Wednesday night out at Chiefs on Broadway. The final salute the Songbird for at least a little while. Fair to say,
We're
Maggie?
taking
Hiatus.
April off. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. April off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe May, but I don't think so. I can get on down to Chiefs for May.
There you go.
With the baby. Maybe.
Maybe.
Baby.
It rhymes.
Maybe, baby.
So there's that.
It'll be the Maybe Baby podcast. Yeah. Okay. So little break April. So definitely focus on getting there for this show. There's only a couple tickets left.
Yes.
I urge anyone, if you're listening right now, just get the ticket. You will not be disappointed. I had such a great time.
Thank
It
you
was
so much
fun.
for coming. It really is special. And there's some live music. You'll learn about an amazing artist. I opened the show
encouraging.
with just a few songs to break the ice
Sure.
and bring my audience in there. And you can stream it on volume.com if you can't make it, or if you're anywhere that you're not near Nashville to make the commute, you can watch it there.
Yeah, for those streaming, maybe on the website right now or via the Lightning 100 app, dial up volume.com. And again, this is Wednesday, doors at 6, show starts at 7:30 Central Time. So yeah, if
Correct.
yes.
Yes.
Central Time. No, it's an incredibly encouraging show as someone who's been doing it as well and being like, oh yeah, okay, I'm not alone. And not just in the music world, like just everything you guys were talking about, I feel like anyone has felt those highs and lows. So I think like if anyone's listening, it's like, I just need a little pick me up. I don't even know what I need. I just need a little inspiration.
Yeah, I mean, I
Hand
definitely
over.
feel like uplifted after these conversations. We've had Sunny Sweeney on, Emily Ann Roberts. You know, it's just been Grace Bowers was our first one that we did in this format. And we're trying to just, there's no shortage of female artists that I can talk to.
Right.
The list is very long, and I've already interviewed, you know, about 60 plus people in previous episodes, but it's exciting for people to kind of be like, hey, have you talked to this person yet? Or, you know, there's aspirational guests that I'm also
You have a catalog
looking
now.
for. So yeah, it's encouraging to see all the talent that's out there and to be able to have two artists talking about whatever it is that they want to talk about.
I think it's
and
really
share with a room full of people.
right. I think it's
Intimate.
really cool too. What you were mentioning, Maggie. It's maybe a little bit of inside baseball, if you will, kind of behind the scenes of what you might deal with when you're actually in the industry. There's that side of it, and there's also the kind of learning about maybe something cool about one of your favorite artists, whether it's you or your guest. That it's like, oh wow, I had no idea, or that's so cool. You don't know unless you actually sit down and kind of have these conversations. So it's
Yes.
very cool.
Some of these guests are good friends of mine, and even in these conversations, I'm like, oh, I didn't know that.
You've never told me that.
Yeah.
I've known you for 2 decades, and you've never said that, right?
We get to the good stuff.
Yeah.
Something about it just sort of facilitates that generosity in my guests to share stories with the audience, not cautionary tales, but just, you know, this is happening
Yeah.
behind the scenes, and it's very cool.
Well, it's very cool to have you in studio, Maggie. Thank you so much
Thank
for coming
you.
in.
Thank you so much.
It's always so much fun to have
Yeah,
Maggie here.
it
and
is nice.
We'll have to do it again. You just let us know.
I'll see you on the other side.
I was going
Oh
to
my
say.
gosh, I can't wait.
I
I can't wait.
am so excited.
I'm so excited.
Looking forward to it, and just I know he's gonna love Lightning 100 for sure.
We gotta
And,
get him.
He's already
Maybe
been listening
Wednesday.
to
We're
some
gonna
of it.
put a Lightning 100 sticker on his stroller.
Yes.
You'll see us cruising around East Nashville.
Look for
love
the
it.
Lightning 100 bumper sticker on the
buggy.
baby buggy. I love that.
Yes.
Love that so much. But thank you again, Maggie. Love you so
Thank you.
much.
We love
and
We love you. Yes.
And again, get those tickets while you still can for the final Salute the Songbird for at least through April. We'll just say that.
Yeah, through
but it's coming up day after tomorrow. ChiefsOnBroadway.com. Doors open at 6 and the show starts at 7:30. As we wrap up this edition of the morning show, you mentioned Grace Bowers. She's actually going to be part of Girls Right Nashville at Nashville Sunday night this Sunday. In fact, here's Stephanie to tell you more about that show.
Lightning 100's Nashville